just kind of twisting. I almost said rocking, don't rock. So just doing that full body twist, right? Getting your hips involved, getting the arms loosened up. You can turn onto that toe. My hips are a little sore today. Woo. You guys will have to go back and do that band workout. It's that delightful. So we'll go about one more to each side. And then you're going to do forward arm circles. They can be small circles if you want. I'm just starting my watch. Don't worry, I'll do my arm circles. So you're going forward, nice and controlled, right? And they don't have to be huge. They can be small ones if you want. And then you're going to reverse. So we'll go back. Same speed, same motion, right? So just nice and easy. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, and then you're going to do openers. So you'll bring your arms together, come back, squeeze your shoulder blades. So every time you're squeezing those shoulder blades, your sternum will kind of press slightly forward, right? And that's perfect. We want to get those posture muscles in gear today. Of course we do. So we're going to do about 4 more here. But we're not doing a ton of arm stuff, kind of, but not really. It's going to be more legs today. So let's do 2 more. And then we'll just relax those arms. You're just going to do a high knee march. So you're just trying to get your knee up to at least your waistline height. You don't have to do much with your arms. If you want to have them just right at your waistline, so you're like taps your hands, you can. It's up to you. Whatever feels good. I won't be too bossy about that, right? So just going side to side. Doesn't even have to be fast. It just needs to be a motion that you can maintain, right? And that feels good. That's the important part. Feel good. So we're going to go about 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to do some butt kickers. We're going to kick butt, obviously. So going 1 more to each side. And then you're going to do the butt kickers, and we're going to get our arms involved. So I always like to kind of loosen up my arms with this. It feels better that way, right? And you're kind of kicking across and going side to side. So again, it doesn't have to be fast. It can just be a slow, controlled motion. Right? And you're just trying to loosen up those quads, loosen up those hip flexors. So we're going to go about 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to do some straight arm, straight leg motions. So we'll go 1 more to each side. So now you're going to go opposite. You're going to go straight arm, straight leg. So you're just kicking out and reaching, right? You don't have to touch your toes. Touching your knees is pretty much about all you need to do almost. So just nice and easy. Going side to side, right? So just trying to keep those legs nice and loose, right? And this feels good. And we got 15 seconds. And then we're going to get our calves moving for the day. Got 10 seconds to go. So we'll go about 1 more to each side. Here's 1, here's 2. And then now we're just going to do regular calf raises. So just going up and down on those tiptoes, right? Stretching out the ankles, getting the calves in gear, and just get ready to feel good for the day, of course. So we will do a little bit of single leg calf raises, right, to help with that balance and to just get you grooving, right? So we got about 10 seconds here. We'll do a few more here. So now what you're going to do, you're going to cross your right foot over your left heel, and you're going to go up and down just on your left foot. So if you need help balancing on this, you could use a wall, a chair, whatever. I don't know. Arms can be out to the side, kind of testing you around, so you're taking your time. I'm about to fall over. I got to get my focal point. So we're going to do 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to switch. The left leg's crossed over to the right. We're going up and down on that calf raise. So you're going to notice which side you're more balanced on pretty quickly. Right, if it doesn't feel good on one ankle or calf to do it single leg, you could still be doing both. It's really up to you. Okay, we got 5 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, and then we're going to have our straight leg. We're just going to go alternating one side and then the other. So taking your time, just kicking out the leg. Doesn't have to be fast. We just want to make sure our hips are ready to kick today, because we're going to kick a little bit. That's not exciting. It is. You're right. I knew you guys would agree. I just put you on mute. I can see your subtitles though. Wouldn't that be funny? You're doing a great job. We got 15 seconds. Just going side to side. Waking up those glutes. Got 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to move our arms a little bit more. We're going to go one more each leg. Okay, and then now we're just going to do lateral raises. So just coming out to the side and back. So nothing too crazy. Try to have those arms nice and long and straight. You're just reaching out to your shoulders and then back, right? This always feels better without dumbbells. You're like, ah, yes, my arms are the perfect weight. So we're going to do a few more like this, then we're going to go into some front raises. So we'll do 3 more. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Now you're just coming out front and then back down. So you only have to go to your shoulder. You don't have to go overhead or anything like that. We're just working on getting some good range of motion here, right? Exactly. And then we're going to kind of combine the two. Doesn't that sound fun? We're going to have to use our brains a little bit. So we're going to do 3 more. There's 1, there's 2, here's 3. So we're going to kind of do circles. You're going to come to the front. Your arms will come out to the side. You'll come down. So you're coming up, wide, down, right? Up, wide, down. Up, wide, down, right? So just trying to get nice, large range of motions with those shoulders. You're still sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do 3 more, and then we're going to reverse. So there's 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. So to reverse, you come out wide to the front and down, right? Wide to the front and down, wide to the front and down, wide to the front and down, right? Doesn't this feel good? It does. It's like kind of weird shoulder circles, but fun. I know. Okay, so we're going to go 3 more. Here's 1 to the front and down. Here's 2 to the front and down. Here's 3 to the front and down. All right, so we're going to get started with our dumbbells. So you're going to want 2 dumbbells. I'm going to go wider, right? Because we are going to do a little bit of a lateral raise and a front raise. So this is going to be another motion where you have to use your brain. So what you're going to do, your left leg is going to kick wide. As you do that, your right arm is going to come out to the side. Then you'll come back in. You're going to press it up with your left arm and right knee. So you're going to go wide with your right arm and left leg, press up with your left arm and right knee, right? So you're kind of going side to side, right? So it's always opposites. Just taking your time, right? You'll go wide and then press up and high knee. Wide, press up and high knee. Wide, press up and high knee. So go at a speed that you feel like you can maintain. If the lateral raise feels like it's too much weight, you don't have to use a dumbbell, right? That's a little bit of a harder motion, but it's really up to you what weight feels good, right? So maybe the overhead doesn't feel good. You don't even have to use dumbbells on this motion if it feels like too much. But the good news is we're over halfway. So we have 30 seconds until we switch sides, right? And that'll test our brain plenty. But you're just going kind of wide and pressing up and that high knee. You got 15 seconds, right? So getting a little balance, a little bit of coordination, right? And a little bit of brain power going here today. So you're gonna go 1 more each way. Here's 1, here's 1, and now we're gonna switch. So your left arm is down by your side. Your left arm is gonna do the lateral raise, right leg kicks, press up with your right, high knee with the left leg, right? So wide and kick, and press up and high knee, right? Wide and kick, press up and high knee. So remember, if the weight feels like too much, you can put it down, right? If you need to slow down until you get into a rhythm, you of course can, right? It takes a little bit to kind of get in the rhythm of this. If you think too hard, you'll probably fall off rhythm, right? The less you think while you work out, the better. I'll do all the thinking for you. Okay, you're doing a great job here. We got 30 seconds until we go into the next move. So try to get as big a range of motions as you can with the arms and legs. Try to control them as they fall down, right? Don't let gravity just yank you. Okay, you got 20 seconds, and then we're going to our next move, right? So we're not repeating any moves today. We're kind of just going to be cruising right along, right? So we got 10 seconds. Almost there. We're gonna do one more each way. So here's one. Here's one. You can relax. So the next one, you only need one dumbbell. So you're gonna hold your dumbbell in your right hand. Your left leg is gonna stay down. So we're gonna do a single leg deadlift. We've got two moves. So your right leg would either be out in the air or you can have it down. Then you'll come up. You're gonna bring your right toe in. You're gonna bend that knee and you're gonna just hinge down and come up, right? So you're gonna kick back and lean down. Then that knee comes in bent. You'll hinge down and come back, right? Kick out and lean. Then that knee hinge down and back. So you want to keep those hips pressed back the whole time. If kicking your leg into the air feels like too much, that's okay, right? You can just step that leg back, right, and in, okay? So this is gonna get that left hamstring, that left glute, right? And we're also working our core because we're doing single-sided work, right? And we're working, I'm basically practicing picking things up off the floor, right? So you do get to have your foot down no matter what on that second part of the move, right? So here I'm going through, I'm not modifying, right? So if you need to watch that, after a few reps here, I'll show you what the modifier looks like again. Okay, we got 30 seconds left, right? So now I'm showing the modifier, right? So if you're modifying, you're not kicking that leg all the way back. You're still doing that same hinging motion, right? But you're controlling that body. So your left leg should be on fire here, right? That hamstring should be tight. That glute should be burning, right? We don't want to feel it in the quads. We want it in the back of the leg. That's where we want to feel it. Okay, we're going to go one more each way. Here's one. Here's one. Relaxing. And we're going to switch. So left arm has that weight. Right leg is staying down. I'll show you the modified and I'll work from there. Okay? So you're going to step down and hinge. Left foot comes in. Step down and hinge or step down. Okay, so you're going wide and narrow basically, right? Wide and narrow, right? And then if you want that foot up, it's that same motion. Just remember, you always bring that left foot in and bend that knee and hinge down, right? So by this point, you probably already feel that right leg, right? If you don't, it's coming for you. But you want to go slow and controlled with this motion. So don't feel like you have to go fast, right? Find a focal point. If you need to modify on this side because it's a little bit weaker, that's okay. Keep those hips pressed back, okay? We've got about 30 seconds here. Okay, taking your time, right? It's all about that hinge. You should feel this in your right hamstring and glute like crazy, right? It's not easy, right? We don't want to feel it on the front of the leg. We want to feel it in the back of our leg. Okay, you're doing a great job here. We've got about 10 seconds, right? Taking your time with each motion. Let's go one more each way. Here is one. Here is one. You're gonna relax. Woo-wee, and keep that one dumbbell. So we're going back to our right arm. You're gonna step back with your right leg as far as you feel you can. You'll hinge. You're gonna do a row. Your weight comes down. You're gonna step up, go into a shoulder press, and come back down. Okay, so we'll work through this taking our time. Ready? So you're gonna step back with your right leg. You'll row with your right arm. Your arm's gonna come down. Right leg comes forward. Then you'll go into a high knee and a press. Come back down and repeat, right? So step wide, row, come back. You're coming in, pressing up, coming back, coming down, right? So taking your time here, right? Sometimes with my opposite arm, so with my left arm, to help me balance, I like to have it just out to the side, right? Because it makes me feel a little more stable. So feel free to put that foot down, right? Every step of the way, okay? Don't feel like you have to do anything crazy here. If you want to make it harder, right, you would just try to barely put any weight on that leg and then you just come right back up into that high knee and that row, okay? So you're just doing your own thing here, working at a speed that feels good to you, right? Choked on my spit there. So we got about 15-ish seconds, right? Taking your time. And again, you're gonna feel this on your left leg more than your right leg, right? And that's good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do one more. So stepping back, you'll row, you'll come up, high knee to press. Okay, and then we're gonna switch. So left arm has the weight, right leg stays forward. So we're gonna step back, we're gonna row, we'll come forward, right, curl and press. Okay, so we step back, we row, right, we'll come forward, curl and press, right? So I'm putting my foot down in between each motion, right, just to help with that balance, right? So you can do that too, right? If you want to make it harder, you would just take that in between step back. So you would step back and roll, and then you'd go right into the high knee to the press, right? But do what you feel like you can to hold on to that rhythm, okay? Oh yeah. Right? It takes a little bit of concentration. I'm not as balanced on this side. So if I fall over, that's why, right? You can't laugh. Okay, you're over halfway. You're doing a great job, right? Taking your time, right? Only advancing it if you feel like you can, right? That right glute should be a burning. Basically, your right leg should just be burning. Left leg is sinking, it feels pretty good. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. So let's do one more here. We'll step back and row, right? We'll come back up, high knee to press, and then you'll relax. So we're still gonna hold that one dumbbell. We're gonna do a front raise kick. So you wanna have your right leg is gonna be in the air. If you can, you're gonna have the dumbbell on your right quad, and we're gonna kick out and in. Okay, so on this, if you needed something to help you balance, of course you can. If it feels like too much to have your right leg up, you could keep it more modified and tap down, right? But if you can, try to keep it up. Try to let that weight rest on that quad, and we're kicking out and in. And this one doesn't feel as good. So think of keeping those shoulders relaxed, right? Remember, you can use a wall, chair, whatever's close to you to help you balance, right? Just try not to shift all your weight towards that, right? Try to go fingertips or just that hand. Okay, you're doing a great job. We got 10 seconds. Try not to let that leg fall down. We're almost there. We got 3, 2, 1. Leg comes down, we switch. Doesn't take many of those. Okay, so weight is on that quad, left leg is up. We're kicking and back. Kicking and back. So remember, you can hold on to something if you need to, right? You're keeping that core tight. Since we're doing single-sided work, you're working your core even more. Yay! Right, I knew that's what you guys would say. Don't watch me fall over here. I was reading the workout, lost my focal point. We got 10 seconds. Keep on breathing. I'm gonna fall over today by the end of this workout. Okay, we got 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, so this next one, you can either have one dumbbell or you can do it without. So I'm gonna show you the 2 variations you've got. So we're gonna do a side lunge. So as long as the side lunge doesn't hurt your knees, this is what you're gonna do. So you'll step out with your right, you bring the weight down to your knee, and when you step up, you're gonna go into a side kick and then back. So if you need to modify that, that's fine. You're gonna stay in a wide stance. You would hinge down, right, and kick up, okay? So you don't have to do the side lunge. Okay, I'll show you the side lunge and then I'll work into the modifier. Ready? And go. So you'd step out with that right, bend the knee, bring the weight down. When you come up, you kick that leg out wide, right? And then you gotta catch yourself into that side lunge, okay? So if you're modifying, right, you're gonna keep those legs wide. You would hinge, bring the weight up and kick wide, right? Hinge, weight up and wide. So there's lots of variations for this, right? Even if you're not doing the side lunge, doesn't mean you're not getting benefit. I promise you, okay? So try to control that right leg coming down. Remember, you don't have to use a dumbbell on this. If you're doing that side lunge, shift the weight back, right? And power up off that right leg, right? We want to get some power through that right leg. All right, so it's kind of fun, right? So it's just nice and controlled. You've got 20 seconds until we switch sides, okay? So keep it up, keep on breathing, keep on rocking. Okay, we're almost there, right? Taking your time. You have 5 seconds to go ahead and finish one more. Okay, then we're gonna switch. So left leg is in charge. This time I'm gonna start with a modifier, then I'll work into the lunge. So if you're modifying, legs are wide, you're coming down to that leg, you'll come up and kick. Right, so you're coming down, up and kick, right? Don't feel like you have to do that side lunge, right? And then if you're side lunging, you're coming down low, shifting those hips back, pressing up off that leg, right? Power through that left leg. Give it a good pow, right? And going at a pace that feels good to you. Try and control that left leg when it falls down, right? We don't want to hear a huge thump, right? You don't hear my foot, but I'm on carpet. I hope you don't hear my foot. Okay, we got 30 seconds, right? Here's your modifier if you need to go to it, right? Modify as you need to, right? Even if you started out not modifying and you need to go to the modifier, that's fine, right? You got 15 seconds to go. Then we got one more move of the day, okay? Nice and controlled, right? Working our glutes today. Lots of legs. One more. Then you're gonna relax. All right, so sticking with our one dumbbell, right? Or you can go without. You're gonna have your dumbbell by your chest. We're gonna do an alternating motion here. So you're gonna step back with your right, you'll press up, come back. Step back with the left, press up, come back. So we're gonna start there. I'll show you how to progress if you want. Okay, so you're stepping and pressing. Trying to just tap the toe and come back. Tap the toe and come back. Nice and controlled. Right, so if you wanted to step this up a notch, you turn that into a reverse lunge. How fun is that? Right, so if the reverse lunge, if you don't feel like you're ready for that, that's fine. Step as wide as you can and keep rocking and rolling, right? You don't have to do the reverse lunge. That option is just there if you want, right? If you like to do a little lunging, there you go, okay? Otherwise, you're stepping wide and pressing, right? You got the Simba press. We're in the Lion King. Simba, okay? We're almost there. You're over halfway, okay? Taking your time, right? Lunging and pressing, or stepping and pressing, right? Whatever feels better to your knees. My knees make crunchy noises, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt. Okay, you're doing a great job. Let's go about one more each side. Here is one. Here is two. You'll relax, and you're all done. Just like that, right? We'll have the heart rate up a little bit.